So today's exciting adventure just outside of Page, Arizona was
Antelope Canyon X, which there are multiple Antelope Canyons. If you are deciding to come here, please consult us before you make a choice on your tour.
X is not only a very good canyon, but it's also
less expensive. And our tour guide was even doing photos for everyone. It's less crowded because like our tour had 11 people on it, and I think the max for each time slot is like 15. So the big canyons, which are called Upper and Lower Antelope, have multiple tour companies running in and out of them, so I think they're much more crowded.
And more expensive.
And more expensive in many ways. I mean, you can get like packages to get both of them.
Sheep.
And a dog. There's a sheep dog in with the sheep. I mean,
makes sense.
How often do you see that? It was a St. Bernard, by the way. I gotta say, Page is a pretty scenic joint.
We had a happy accident this morning coming out of the hotel. I guess I'll have to insert some photos here because I didn't take any video.
You didn't take any video.
No, had to move fast.
Moving fast.
Oh wait, I do have a little bit of video.
Did you?
I did a little time lapse. So there's a balloon festival going on here this weekend.
Yes.
And they were taking off from the golf course next to the hotel.
So I did see the sign last night and knew that was happening.
It didn't say a word to me.
I was keeping it a secret so you would see it in the morning.
Good thing we got up and out when we did, or I would not have seen it in the morning there. So
yeah.
But nevertheless, so we're now heading back into Page to grab some GAS and to, if we can, wash the vehicle.
Yes, because he can't handle the dust on the car. Because we had to do a lot of dirt road driving to do our Antelope Canyon.
Cantaloupe Canyon?
Our Cantaloupe Canyon, which would be really interesting. So I will illustrate a Cantaloupe Canyon.
Yeah, the amount of the dust you have to drive.
There's a lot of dust. Red dust.
Yes, you have to drive down the dusty road to get down to the canyon, unless you go in their van, which I'm not sure why they.
I think they have the van to drive down people who
have RVs.
Have an RV because they don't want like big giant vehicles going down there.
Nevertheless, so we're going to get some gas. We're going to hopefully.
Might go take a look at the Lake Powell Dam for a minute or two, see what that looks like.
Oh, I thought we weren't going to do that. Now
the dam we can look at. We had to come back for gas anyways.
Okay.
We only have a 3-hour drive to go to our stop for tonight, with one stop on the way.
So then we'll catch you later.
Yeah.
So we've had an exciting day, haven't we?
The driver has had a more exciting day than the passenger.
Yeah, the passenger's been kind of boring.
The passengers just go with the flow over here.
I'd say the driver noticed someone lying in the middle of a 2-lane road, and
she was doing it for dramatic effect. She was fighting with her boyfriend.
Very dramatic effect.
She dramatically ran across the road and laid in the opposite lane while there was oncoming traffic. Fully aware she was not nuts. When we opened the window to see if she was okay, she said, "I like the camera on your car." This is not a person that is not in touch with reality. Well,
she also happened to be missing a number of teeth.
Dental care on the res is not always great.
And she definitely was...
she was yelling at a guy that was in a field on the other side of the road. So,
but she was laying in the other other lane of traffic. Yeah. So then we stopped and we saw the elephant legs?
Elephant feet, it's called.
Feet. What was the rest of the elephant?
It's just the 2 feet. It's not even 4. Standard elephants have 4 feet, as everyone knows. This is just 2 large piles of rock.
Well, not piles. They're natural
They're like
formations.
A natural formation of rock that are the shape of elephants' legs and feet. It's pretty cool. And there was some little indie guy who was carrying a guitar and traveling with a photographer. It looked like he was about to do his music video there.
Yes, it did.
We did not stick around to cheer him on.
No, we kept going because then
he did have a good hat.
And a poncho, yeah.
He had a hat and like a Western kind of coat.
And then, just to add more excitement, because someone yells at me when I don't.
I didn't even yell.
You didn't even see it. You never even saw it.
I was trying to take a picture of the standard oil sign on the side of the road.
Right.
And a school bus crossed in front of us.
Which we were prepared for because we saw the bus, but it kicked up a lot of dirt.
And apparently there was a dog following the bus.
Right on its butt.
And,
right behind
and Scott had to do evasive driving to avoid hitting the dog.
While Kirsten was photographing.
I was trying to take a picture out the windshield, didn't really see much, but he did not hit the dog. The dog walked away. Actually, he sauntered because he was not running across the road in case there were cars.
He did not care about
I
oncoming
saw
vehicles.
him at the last second, and he was just kind of like doo-dee-doo across the street.
He cared a lot less about oncoming traffic than the woman who laid down in the traffic.
Yeah.
Going in both directions. So
I don't know. Less attention to traffic here on the res.
Right.
But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive.
Yes, and now we're stopped in traffic
until forever.
Because it's 2 lanes and there's no one coming in our direction, so somebody needs to tell these people to go as we head toward.
There's a man that tells whoever to go so that the lanes don't get messed up. They're, you know, those guys that have the signs. One says slow, one says.
Yeah, I know. We've seen them.
Stop.
We've seen plenty of them.
That's what happens.
As we're on our way to where?
Chinle, Arizona, where we are sleeping at the Thunderbird Motel, which may or may not be frightening because I think it was the only hotel.
And may or may not have a restaurant, and
you pick the town.
May or may not even have internet for all we know. So
I'm sure there's internet.
There's definitely not a Starbucks.
There's definitely not a Starbucks. We're gonna have to drive a few miles if you want to post in the morning.
So maybe you'll see this tonight. Maybe you'll see this tomorrow. We're on day 15 of what will be
412.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.